All winners, all winners, all winners, come on back. All winners, all winners, all winners, come on back. And if you win again, come on back for Winner Circle photos at the Winner Circle. That's Bobby Cantrell, I think. And Boogalation and Rockadation, and down there he goes. 972 with a 6 at 1:15.35. That Valley Head Service Camaro. And all winners, come on back to the lanes. All winners back to the lanes. This is Valerie Homar. And he runs at 8:24 at 1:22.63, and Valerie's going to back up as we go up and check the track. When she rolls back in, that's Valerie Homar. We're working on her Super Dragster license. All righty, so Valerie Homart, San Dimas down here, and she's licensed up in that deal. She makes a neato pass at 8:01 at 162.25. I think they will be happy with that. All right, this is our B-Gas semifinal with Randy Armstrong, the lovely Patty out there swimming with one oar, and Doug Arizia here on the tower side, I do believe. Oh, yeah, the Santa Paula bunch, the Highway 126 platoon, Randy Armstrong, San Ramon, so they're coming down and over. The Bel Air has won March meets. The Camaro has won a March meet or two. Top end, Randy doesn't go much any place quick, and Doug goes 873 at 142.28. Looks like he's going to come back and run Tim Scott for the B-Gas final. Tim gets his buy or time run. Out of Porterville is Chevy 2, Nova. Goes up to the big end of the racetrack and runs 8:58.6. So Doug Arizia going to run Tim Scott for the final in B-Gas, and we invite them to return to the staging lanes at their very earliest convenience. Alrighty, this would be A-Gas, because that is, A-Gas, Al White, and that fastest naturally aspirated GTO on the planet. Al is a road king. Our Grand Marshal next weekend, Tommy TV Ivo. He's one of the original road kings. So Al over in the GTO with 632 cubic inches. Ray Padgett in the Corvette Santa Paula, 632 cubic inches. Red bulbs, and Al is in the final. And also runs a 760 with a 1. A terrible 300 reaction time. Padgett with the red bulb runs a 760 with a 2. So, I mean, they're both very, very good and can run the number. But Al White will come back to either face Rafael Quiraga or Mr. Moravich, as in Keith. And he'll let up to top end. I don't know if that was from White or Paget. But we will clean it up with that deal. And all winners, all winners, all winners. Come on back, all winners. So Moravich or Quiraga are going to be running Al White for the final. Al's won him a big-ass race with ANRA. And if you picked up a stink bug on your car this weekend, thank you so much. Moravich here on the tower side. Rafi over there in the Automobile Club lane. So, Ralph Criaga from Santa Ynez backing on in. Keith Moravich. Beckersfield sitting nitty and pretty, just waiting to get this deal done. Figure out who runs Al White in the A-Gas final. All winners, all winners, all winners. Our A-Gas finalists, please come back as quickly as possible. Al White's probably chilling in the lanes by now. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, that was all Keith. He had an 0.18 reaction time. Runs a 67 with an O at a $164.05. And Keith Moravich will race Al White in the final. And this semifinal between Dave Grusin, the House o' Mouse, California Performance, Roadster 23T, and Eiley Stafford in the Strange Brew. Eiley's from over Chino Hills. Dave Lakewood with Dad Joel Grusin. Joel Grusin had 3 entries in the NE1 bracket. Tim Brown bowed out. Eiley and Dave remain. Eiley will do those dry hops that she's becoming famous for. Dave Grusin will just pull in and see if he can put a whooping on the girl. So one House of Mouse car is going to come back for the final and one's not. Will it be Dave Grusin or Eiley Stafford? Very good drag race to the stripe. And the win light goes to Eiley Stafford. Dave Grusin had the light, but he didn't have the number at the top end. Eiley runs a 763.6 to take the win. Dave's right there with a 771.6. They both run within 0.07 of a mile an hour of one another. 176.51 for Cruz and 176.58 for Eiley. But Eiley Stafford comes back to face either Don Torres or Robert Overholser. Overholser in the altered over in the Automobile Club lane, and Don Torres in the front engine dragster here in the Budweiser lane. Sabrina Capps helping the Overholsers back up, and it's Dale helping Don back up. All winners, all winners, all winners, back to the lanes. All winners, all winners, all winners, back to the lanes. And winners, runners-up photos, points champions photos. This thing to the top end and see who gets the win light. On a double breakout, Don Torres takes the win with a 58. Robert Overholser a 7.56 with a 7-51 light for Overholser. Don Torres a 33 light. So Torres will meet Stafford in the final in NE1. And we ask you to return as soon as possible for that NE1 final. Cade Poe. Now, Cade won, I do believe, bracket 1 last year. So he could go forward and win the ANRA bracket 2. I don't know points championship or not from Los Alamitos, but he could definitely win the final race here. Jonathan Flores from Hanford, California. The fourth generation drag racer. Mel's Towing and Cutting Edge sponsors on his 06 half scale junior over here in the Automobile Club lane. So Cade Poe dials 890. Jonathan Flores dials 891. So Matt Wagner wants to see how this deal goes. And Jonathan Flores, Cade Poe, difference in their dial, 100. 890 to an 891. And your bracket 2 champion at the ANRA final in Junior 2 is Cade Poe. A nice 890 with a 7 on an 890 dial. Jonathan Flores, your runner-up, an 894.4 on an 891 dial. And Cade Poe, your junior bracket 2 champion. And Jonathan Flores, your runner-up. This is the semifinal in bracket 3. And we ask you to, bring the juniors back around into the Grove and down here for bracket 3 as soon as we are done. Tanner Poe, Los Alamitos, he's over in the Automobile Club lane. He dials 805. Dylan Cowling, Rancho Cucamonga, here in the Tower lane. He dials a 793. Well, happy birthday, Spencer. If I find out your last name, we'll wish you a happy birthday with the last name. Tanner Poe, Dylan Cowling, semifinal, bracket 3. Oh my. We got a whole lot of Poe as Tanner has a perfect reaction time. Runs 8:12 and an 8:05. Dylan Cowling down to 93 and ran a 95. 53 ten-thousandths of a second. Tanner Poe in that perfect reaction time goes to the final in bracket 3. And the other Poe is in the final of bracket 2. Well, the other Poe won. Cade Poe, winner. Tanner Poe in the final. We'll race Justin Ball. And Justin Ball, 52 light, about 790. Runs 796 with a 4 at 80.07. So Tanner Poe runs Justin Ball, bracket 3 final. Please bring the juniors back to this area below the tower as soon as possible.